Welcome. Today, we are going to discuss a fascinating topic: the unexpected consequences that can follow the words we speak casually. How powerful is a single sentence? We'll start with a rather peculiar story from the Sandalwood Tree Sutra. The protagonist of the story is a merchant. Imagine, he was traveling with a caravan of 500 people, yet he was somehow forgotten and left alone in a freezing, snow-covered mountain. He cried out, feeling utterly doomed, believing he was about to die. But in that moment of utter despair, guess what? He heard a voice. It came from a gigantic sandalwood tree nearby. It turned out that a very benevolent tree spirit lived inside the tree. The spirit told the merchant, "Do not fear, stay here with me, and I will care for you and ensure you survive the winter safely." And just like that, the tree spirit saved his life. When spring arrived and the merchant was about to return home, he was filled with gratitude and asked the spirit for its name so he could proclaim its virtue. The spirit thought for a moment and said its name was Sandalwood, but it earnestly pleaded with the merchant never to tell anyone its location. Why? Because the sandalwood tree was so precious. If the news spread, people would surely come to cut it down. When the merchant returned to his homeland, by a strange twist of fate, he discovered that the king of their country was suffering terribly from an incurable headache. Look at the alluring reward: a fiefdom of 10,000 households and the hand of the princess in marriage. The merchant was immediately caught in a moral conflict, a battle between his conscience and greed. On one side, he owed his life to the tree spirit. On the other, there was unimaginable wealth and glory. How would he choose? Alas, the human heart is unpredictable. The merchant chose greed. He completely forgot who had saved his life and led the king's people back to the forest in a huge procession, ready to chop down the sandalwood tree. When the soldiers saw the majestic tree, they were a little intimidated and hesitated to strike. At that moment, the tree spirit's voice rang out from the air, saying, "You can cut me down, but when you are done, you must smear my roots with human blood and internal organs before I can grow back." No sooner had the words left the spirit's mouth than a branch broke off as the soldier's axe fell. It landed perfectly and crushed the ungrateful merchant to death. So, the king's men smeared the merchant's blood on the stump, and immediately, the tree grew back. The king's headache was also instantly cured. The story ends here. It seems like a simple tale of evil begets evil, right? But did you feel that the entire sequence of events was too coincidental, too precisely linked? This makes one wonder, why did this bizarre and interconnected chain of events happen? To understand this, looking only at this lifetime is not enough. We must roll back time to a distant past and see what happened in the past lives of these people. The Buddha explained that the root of this entire situation was just a few words of anger spoken casually in a previous life. This chart makes it clear: a long time ago, these three people were a family. The king with the headache was the father in the past life. One day, his two sons were fighting so much that he blurted out, "Ah, you two are fighting so much, you're giving me a headache." And now, in this life, he is suffering from a real headache. The one who became the tree spirit was the elder brother. He angrily yelled at his younger brother, "I wish I could kill you." Consequently, in this life, he indirectly caused his brother's death. As for the ungrateful merchant, he was the younger brother. He retorted equally fiercely, "I swear, I will cut off your legs." And now, in this life, he literally brought people to cut down the tree, which was his brother. Isn't that terrifying? Every angry word is like a seed planted. When the time is right, it bears a corresponding fruit without fail. So, this story is actually teaching us an extremely important principle. It's about the power of our speech. What you open your mouth to say is a vow. What does this mean? It means that the words we speak are not just sound. They inherently carry our intentions and energy. From the perspective of cause and effect karma, every word you speak, whether good or bad, is planting a seed for your own future. The most critical point here is what constitutes a false word or lying when you. It's not just deceiving people. It includes all those negative statements we utter carelessly, those angry insults, the things we say in a fit of pique without thinking them through. All of it counts. The laws of the universe are simple. They don't care if you're joking, speaking in anger, or making a solemn vow. They simply record the intent and energy within your words faithfully. Now, let's look at how this principle manifests in our daily lives. Look at these phrases. Don't they sound incredibly familiar? "This work is killing me. You're driving me crazy. My head is going to explode from this pain." We say these things all the time, right? But we never realize that every time we say them, We are unconsciously making negative vows for ourselves or others, and we don't even notice. Never underestimate the law of karma. It is perfectly fair. It treats everyone equally, adult or child, rich or poor, serious or joking. This tells us a crucial truth. Every word we speak now is shaping our future, little by little. Hearing this, you might feel a little anxious and think, oh no, I've said so many things like that. What can I do? Is there a way to neutralize these potential negative outcomes? Yes, there is. The method is simple: repentance. It has 2 steps. You must sincerely acknowledge and realize that you have spoken many negative words in the past. You must resolve to yourself, I will never speak such words again. This process is like quickly digging up and clearing away the bad seeds you accidentally planted before they have a chance to grow into bad fruit. The point of repentance is not to burden you with guilt. Its meaning lies in taking responsibility for the words you have spoken and actively cleaning up that karmic ledger. As long as we consciously engage in this, cleaning up our past speech, we can stop those bad seeds from actually growing into bad results. So, the story we shared today leaves us with a final question for reflection. Where have all those words you've spoken gone? Perhaps we can start now to use every word, every sentence, more carefully, and become the wiser, more conscious architect of our own future.